How's it going, guys? Today we're going to try and figure out which layout of Bahrain International Circuit is the best. So there's 5 layouts of Bahrain, which are the normal F1 GP layout, the 2020 layout, which is the outer loop, the inner Oasis, the Paddock circuit, and the endurance layout. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do a lap around all of them in the VRC Formula Alpha, seeing the lap times on all of them, seeing which one I like the most, and to make it fair we're going to have the same setup for all of them. So yeah, let's go for it. So of course starting off with the normal F1 layout that we all know, I hope at least. I actually set up the gyro cam, which you can look at for another video that I'm going to upload soon. So here, braking just after the 150 meter board, because the car takes a while to roll in actually. Take the curb and let the car go out wide. Here, so you gotta brake at the 100 meter board. Let the car go out wide and let the car roll through this corner. This version has a little bit less grip than the CSP version. That's fine. And then go wide on the exit here. That might have been outside of track limits, but we'll count it. And then braking going into the hairpin, which is a very hard corner to get right. I may be a bit worse because I have a slight wrist injury, but it's not that much, so it won't affect me more. Here, braking at the 50. Make sure to let the car roll through. And then flat out through this corner, while also letting the. And then here you got to brake in a straight line before lifting entirely through this corner. Get on the throttle at the exit, and then here braking at the 100 meter board. The car roll in, take the curb. That might have been a bit off track, that's fine. DRS to the line. It's a 1:33.649. So that might not be the fastest lap, but it's a stock setup to keep it fair. Let's move on to the next one. So now we move on to the endurance layout. I don't like this layout. It was used in F1 once before, I believe. And it's basically just an extended version of the actual track. So it's pretty much the same until the end of the first sector, which I'll show you. So brake just after the 150 meter board, go completely to the left hand side so you can get the car turned in. Take the curb here and go along. DRS activated, and then here brake a bit later than the 100 meter board because you go into this section which was used in 2020, but so you brake here like normal. Normally you would go straight on, but here you have to take a hairpin. And then it's a very strange layout. You gotta take this turn here, and then it cuts back on right back here. So you basically just have to take a lot more track for nothing. And then it's pretty much the same until the end of the lap. And my tires are now cooked because I took like so much more time. And then into the hairpin like normal. Let the car roll through. We go a bit wide. And then here normal brake just before the 50 meter board. Let the car roll through and go wide so you can maximize the exit. Turning hard. Go onto the curb so you can maximize the entry and exit into this corner while braking in a straight line. And then here brake after the 100. Car roll through early on the gas pedal or throttle, whatever. And DRS to the line as it's a 156.796. So I believe that's over 24 seconds lower than the normal layout. So that part just took 24 seconds, which is quite ridiculous to be honest. So now we move on to the outer loop layout, which was used in 2020. And I really like this layout. It makes the lap sub 1 minute. I believe we'll try to go sub 1 minute, but I don't know if we will. And it's pretty much the same as the endurance layout, but much shorter. Like, you don't have to cut back onto the actual track, you just keep going straight to another part of the track. So here, normal, take the curbs, that's your cane, go wide, and then go brake at the 100-meter board, let the car roll through, stay on the curbs, because then you got to go through this section, which is a nice section, and then send it through this corner, keep the throttle down, and instead of going back onto the track, you go through here, put your foot to the floor, brake at the 100-meter board, and then to the line we go. It's a 57.422. It sounds so weird not say like a 157. So yeah, that's a much shorter layout, which was taken in 2020 for the Sakir Grand Prix. There was Sakir and Bahrain for some reason, so that was weird. So let's move on to the next layout. And now we move on to the Paddock circuit. And from the layout of it, like just from like the menu, it looks like the short circuit layout in like the F1 games, like 2018, 2019, where it had a short circuit layout. But I don't know yet. I haven't actually done any of these. So here, braking after the 150, let the car roll in, and then braking before going into a hairpin, and then go through here, and then I think it's normal for the rest of the lap. So this is the short circuit layout. Brake just before the 50, car roll through, and we go a bit wide, and our left front is cooked. I don't think this will be a sub 1 minute lap, but it'll be pretty close. It'll be like an Austria type lap. As we go to the line, it's a 103.562. That's the Paddock circuit, which is basically the short circuit layout from the F1 games. And yeah, let's move on to the next layout. So finally, we've got the inner Oasis. Now the reason why I'm starting for the pits is I just want to show you the ridiculous pit exit, and also I'll show you the pit entry. This layout is just really weird. So now you go straight and you see a barrier, like where do I go? And then there's a gap here, and then you think to cut back onto the track, but no, you follow this, and then you cut back onto the track while going on the scene, which is really weird. So now this is the pit entry. You have to go wide at the hairpin, and then you enter the pits, which is very weird. So now let's get into the lap of the inner Oasis. It's actually pretty hard because I've messed it up a few times. But so for starters, that hairpin is the first corner, and then you go on to the straight, and then this left-hander is the first corner, and then instead of going right here, you just go straight on, and make sure to brake earlier than you expect because it's very easy to go wide here. And then you go into the exit, which is similar to the endurance layout, and then this corner is so much slower, but you can open up the exit nicely. Then brake at the normal braking marker. You might be able to brake a bit later. And then go forward onto the curb. And then final corner hairpin. DRS through the line, and it's 50.092. again, it feels so strange saying not like a 150. So all the lap times of each circuit will be shown on screen. The endurance layout was of course the slowest one, and this one was the fastest. Out of my ranking of my favorite ones, I think the outer loop is my favorite one and the endurance is my least favorite one. Just because the outer loop is so flowing and nice, like you really don't have to slow down that much except for the first corner. And yeah, I just think it's a really fun layout. And the endurance, well, I don't need to say much about the endurance. Thank you for watching and I'll see you later. Bye. And